tatocat and welcome to my channel. Today we're playing Lucid9 After Story Undo. Yeah, it sounds a lot better. Previously we played Misaki's, we were playing in Misaki's route, and we came across Yahiko and how smart he's gotten, I guess. And even surprised Misaki, and she learns that Yama is getting out today. Cool. And now their business meeting's over and whatnot. And so yeah, that's pretty much where we left off. Let us continue. Likewise, Miss Kazehaya. Happy to discuss possibilities, and I'm glad we agree that the secondary sponsorship for the gala is the best decision for both of us. That was a mouthful. Certainly. I stand and extend a hand, which he shakes, smiling. One final grin. He steps away from the table and then turns back with a cautious expression. If you ever want to talk or anything, I'd be happy to set up a date. I smile in some combination of gratitude and relief. Thanks. I'll keep that in mind. And also, I'm sorry about all this. Really, I am. And then he's gone, leaving me alone with my thoughts. I settle the bill absent-mindedly, mulling over the outcome and news from the meeting. I'd failed to secure the additional funding, wasted precious intel, and lied to an old friend. But there was also the matter of Yama. I've been trying not to think about him. So much had ended on that summer day 3 years ago, and the years after that had nearly destroyed me. You could also say I nearly destroyed myself. I tried to shift my focus to the next order of business, but the memories of that time rise implacably. My first instinct, as usual, is to block them out, to deny the darkness a foothold, but sometimes that just ends up making things worse. I learned that back then. I recall taking just a little at first, half a pill, or one drink in the evening, just to make it through to keep myself together, to not think about any of it too much. Some of it had worked for a while, but never as well as I wanted it to. Satomi was the detective, right? Misaki. How was the meeting? In the darkest time, she had sought me out. She was there for me when I had lost everything else. When my sorrow nearly drowned me, she'd pulled me from the wreckage and steadied my course. No dice. I'm sorry. I had been nearly dead when she had found me. Sprawled out on the floor, drifting in and out of consciousness. Probably had been like that for days. I'm still not sure what I took. That was expensive intel. No. That was expensive intel. Don't tell me. You wasted it? Oh, she had a voice more like what I do for Bay and exo droplets. She'd given me a second chance. She'd recruited me to this position, allowing me to become one of Way Forward's leading representatives. A pretty face and savvy strategist. She knew who I could be, and she knew how much I owed her for the opportunity. That part went fine. They just had better. I paused. It's awkward to admit that your none too pristine past is a company vulnerability. They had dirt on me. Nothing recent, don't worry. It was from 3 years ago. 3 years ago? What does any of that matter now? The day the Hayatas were killed. I paused again, considering my vague phrasing. I never believed the horrific account, the official account. Of course, I couldn't risk breaking myself any further, but I wasn't sure how much my mother felt about it. Too late now. I met up with Yama that morning. Turns out someone saw us. Silence. I forge on. Apparently, he's being released today. There's a note of excitement in my voice, which I know is dumb. I probably won't even be able to see him, considering his reputation. But just the knowledge that he'll be out there, able to live a normal life again. Well, if his reputation is terrible, not really, means I'm not as disappointed as I probably should be. So if his reputation is terrible, even if he's released out of, like, say, prison, he can't get a job because of his reputation. And the public will probably be super harsh on him because of his reputation. So, I mean, he has a life outside the prison, but does he? There'll be plenty of coverage, you know, how it is. And if the media gets a new angle, it's an unfortunate, but there's nothing to be done about it. Just a stroke of bad luck. And Nori is a tricky one, no doubt. She pauses. You really were a good friend with him, weren't you? With him. And with Rui. Am I thinking Satumi? The fact I can't remember anybody's name is really biting me in the butt. This wasn't where I expected this conversation to go. Even then, she was rescuing me from my lowest point. She didn't talk much about the past, about why we had barely seen each other for years before then. Yeah, I was. And when we moved, I took you away from them. Oh, Satomi's her mom. Sorry, she doesn't call her mom, does she? Better not question it. I'll let her say her piece. I'm just going to use my normal voice for her then. Maybe she's had a change of heart. Maybe it's been weighing on her all these years. Or maybe it's a new form of manipulation. I bet you hated me for that. Not just for that. But I want you to know, I want you to understand that I did what I had to do. I could swear I sensed some genuine emotion in her voice. I did what I had to do. For you. For us. Mom. It's alright now. Honestly, it probably never will be. I still couldn't fully believe that she cared about me as a person and not just a company asset. But I could hope that things were changing for the better. Right? I just wanted to be clear. Now, for tonight's interview, be sure to mention the new equipment we'll be premiering at the gala. And just like that, everything's back to normal. Well, almost everything. Tamura's a good interviewer, so just drop it in and she'll probably lead you to give the full explanation. The annual gala was a massive fundraiser in the guise of a massive party. It did serve some actual purpose, though. One of those was to show off whatever medical equipment our engineering department had been working on, which was usually some new style of x-ray or brain scan or a way to test for some new disease. Most of the time, they weren't ready to use, but they were ready to buy. So they just occupy a place of honor in the main hall and sit there looking pretty. And be sure your report is good. Your last interview fell stilted. Yeah. Well, hopefully Tamura's not a total creep like the last guy. How do you even become an interviewer when you can barely hold a conversation with someone attractive. As that's what it was. I'll trust it'll be fine this time. Better than fine. Good. We'll talk tomorrow then. Bye, Mom. She ends the call and I stare at my phone for a second, then at the table. I still have time and half of this mocktail, and there's one more place of business I must attend to. Vitally important business. Emmy. Hey, Emmy. Emmy! Don't act like you're busy. You're not. Nothing in your life is more important than me. My master of media. Warden of the web. President of Patter. Minister of memes. Minister of memes. Star of friends. Okay, seriously. Where are you? Are you dead? Maimed? You had better not be asleep. This is not an acceptable time for sleep. Actually, she might be in a club meeting or choir practice or something, which would be a perfect valid excuse. But I could use a moment's distraction right now. I don't remember who Emmy is. Emmy sounds young though. Oh god, Miki, calm yourself. I'm just gonna read it in my normal voice. I don't know who this is either. I was in the bathroom. Doing what? What took you so long? Listen, you can't rush some things in the bathroom. I was using the bathroom for its intended purposes. Taking a bath? What? No. It's not called the shit room now, is it? Okay. Look. The important thing is, I'm human, alright? What? Really? I thought I got the AI model. I'll have to upgrade, sorry. I need 100% availability. Well, I guess I'm out of a job. That is so sad. Alyssa. Oh, like Alexa. Play Despacito 2. She's replacing you. That's really too bad because I had some interesting updates for you today. I can find it all out myself. It just takes time and effort. And okay, you got one more chance. How benevolent. I try. Okay. I've been running the analytics on your latest set of pats. Not interested yet, Emmy. The black dress is definitely a winner. Those pictures are getting significantly more attention than the others. Top tier? Just outside, I think. Dang. I think it could be. Maybe with the right jewelry. There's a good new meme floating around. You take a company name and change it somehow, and then say you work for whatever changed company because of some reason related to the change you made. But, like, ridiculous, right? Yeah, I think someone did it seriously, and so everyone else is a parody. Everything else is a parody. I like it. I work for way backward because I respect the past. I work for way forward because it's better than forward. I like that one. Yeah, perfect. Okay, not bad. That still doesn't count as interesting. I'm getting to that. Save it for last because it's the main course. What about dessert? Shouldn't memes be dessert? Okay, fine. You had your dessert early, then. Congratulations! There's a hashtag that's been trending. One I haven't seen in a long time. Okay, a few I guess. But they're all related. There's one main one though. With what I've heard earlier, there's only one direction this could be going. Then there's no escaping it, is there? Wait. What? It's hashtag Yama x Miki, isn't it? Yeah. He's being released, like, right now, apparently. His pat has skyrocketed in attention again. Not to mention the commercial the two of you shot. Is it bad? Mostly fans at this point. You'll have to deal with it sooner. You'll have to deal with it soon though. Safe to shoot it down gently. Should be. It's mostly curiosity for now. Okay, yeah. I don't want continued attention on that. I have an interview tonight. Should be able to do something about it there. Thanks, Emmy. No problem. It's why I'm here. But Miki, yeah? You do want to see him, don't you? Doesn't matter. Can't happen. Not right now. But maybe. Maybe start looking at whether there's a good way we could spin that. At some point. Okay. I'll file it under codename Project Sweet Potatoes. Emmy. You're welcome. Talk to you later. I love that name. And there, business taken care of. Didn't expect there would be that many fans still intent on pairing Yama and me. I thought I'd gone through enough high-profile relationships for most of them to have forgotten. Of course, those relationships had usually ended decisively and badly, but I tried. Yama, though, hadn't dealt with any of that. The media attention was mostly after he was arrested. And now, he might have to. Poor guy. Good afternoon, Masumi. My thoughts are rudely interrupted by a familiar voice. Is it the red-haired guy? Who could never get her name right? Even if I didn't recognize the voice, there's nobody else around who so steadfastly refused to call me by my actual name. It is him! I recall using my normal voice for his thing because I couldn't figure out what to do. He slides into the vacant seat across from me before I've even glanced his way. Just got off work and who should I see sitting all by her lonesome but our fearless leader. Since he started his internship at Way Forward last month, I've been seeing more of Misato than I thought I'd ever would. It's nice to have someone around who knew me back in my high school days. Even if it's him, and he seems to share the sentiment. What happened to your date? Scared him off again? I don't bother to correct him. Pretty much. Well, I figured I'd drop in to get you some standing back. Okay. What? I was about to get you some standing back with your pizza wrappers. Yeah. Yeah, even, I'm just like, what? My what? You know, you got a pepperoni, your salami, no bologna. Got a mozzarella fella, but the feta fans will tell ya. What is happening? Realizing the word he's after, I bring his rhymes to a merciful halt before I end up with a stupid grin on my face. Paparazzi. You mean paparazzi. Pizza Villa. Oh, that's a new one. I'm like, where is he going with this? Okay. We'll end this episode here. We'll see how the pizza fella does in the next episode. I'm tatocat. Have a wonderful morning, evening, afternoon.